Okay, we're rolling. Well, okay, good morning.
Yeah.
We're going to play 2,000 points, 40k, Tau, the great enlightened Tau against the abominable
Dark Eldar.
This is
Mark.
Against Edgar, and we will be playing Battle for the Ages. Let's look at the armies. Okay, these are the Tau. We've got a unit of Kroot, a couple units of Pathfinders, a large blob of Fire Warriors with a Fireblade. These are Tau Empire, these are a detachment of allied Tau Empire. I got a Hammerhead with Long Strike somewhere inside. A Devilfish, which is basically going to do absolutely nothing because there's no one inside or anything. These are a couple of objectives. And then we have Suit Spam. These are 3 suits with a lot of missile pots. And the boss over there, he has the Pure type chip. Another bunch of suits with more missile pots. I'm sorry, they're still work in progress. Ignore me. These are 3 individual suits, each with 2 plasma rifles, one of which is twin-linked. 3 more suits, 2 fusion blasters each, and a target lock each. And then we have the main boss, the hero of the game, who will never die. Jinx. This is Farsight, because it's a Farsight Enclaves army. And this is Commander Nameless. I don't know, I don't have a name for him. He's also a work in progress, so he doesn't have a name yet. His name is work in progress. And he has a twin-linked fusion blaster, shield generator, he also has Fuel of Pain, and he has the fusion blades, which are a signature system of the Farsight Enclaves, the great Farsight Enclaves, which is basically a Melta but in close combat. And we also have 2 individual broadsides. One is 1 drone, the other is 2 drones, no real difference. And that's the Tau army.
So here we go for the Dark Eldar. Here we have 5 Night Fiends, Advanced Mandrakes with a Night Fiend. Here we have my Archon in a Venom with 2 slits accompanying him. 2 more Venoms with 5 Incubi in each. Yeah, 1 Raider with 10 Cable Warriors. Yeah, 2 more Raiders with 10 Cable Warriors including Splinter Cannons and Shredders. 1 Ravager with 3 Disintegrator Cannons. And yet more. Another group of Cable Warriors in a Raider. And of course, the latest thing, a Pain Engine with a Twin-Link Splinter Cannon. So, that's the Dark Eldar army.
Okay, now, what are we fighting for? Well, he doesn't know. He has no idea. I'm gonna show you what we are fighting for. There are 6 objectives. This over here is a crashed reconnaissance drone with vital intelligence. This is a Pathfinder. Nobody cares about the Pathfinder anymore because he's dead. But he has experimental weaponry. This is a wounded valiant Kroot Shaper, and we must rescue him before the Dark Eldar destroy him for pain. This is something else. This is it's the router. It's the Wi-Fi thingy. We must save it, otherwise we have no Wi-Fi, no board. And these are two lovers in the middle of a battle, and towing him to safety. It's sort of a Romeo and Juliet situation, except there's actually no love because, you know, Tau, fish, whatever. And this is Servo Skull. Nobody knows what his name was, but we call him Tim, and we like him because he doesn't talk much.
So here's the Dark Eldar deployment. Here's the first Raider. The 2 Venoms, one with the Incubi who is controlled by the wreck. The other one is the Archon. The Pain Engine has cuddled up inside the building. Another Raider next to it. And the other side, the Venom with 5 Incubis. Another Raider. 5 Mandrakes standing between them, going for the infiltration. Here's the other Raider hidden behind the generator. And here in front of the church is the Ravager. And that's the Dark Eldar deployment.
time for Tau deployment. Da-da-da. This is the field. Here's Suit. His code name is Lonely Boy. Here's a bunch of recruit hiding in giant building. Okay, and then the rest of the army. Here's my Devilfish and a couple of suits with mist spots. Here's the entire Aegis defense line. And a lot of stuff is hiding behind it. A broadside, a couple of Pathfinders, the blob of Fire Warriors with Colonel Cool Guy, a couple of Pathfinders. Here's an objective. Over there is another objective, that's the Wi-Fi. It's really, really important. We mustn't lose it, please, please, please. The Iron Cannon with Long Strike. The Hammerhead, I'm sorry. The Iron Cannon. This is the only bit that matters, so I'm just calling the entire thing an Iron Cannon. 3 suits with the chip of Doom. Broadside, drones, stuff. More Pathfinders. Hiding Boy. And then another part of the army. We have another suit, he is also called Lonely Boy, Lonely Hearts. 2 commanders and 3 suits. All of these guys are in deep strike. Yep. This is 1 unit and he's lonely. Okay, well, time for a battle.
So, for the first Dark Eldar movement, the Raider moves something in front of him. The Pain Engine moves in front of it. The Mandrakes come out of their cover. The Venoms both went forward. With this one, they have the Incubi already coming out of it and moving 6 inches right in front of it. Here the Venom moves some to the side, the Raider something to the front, and some side movements by the Raider and the Ravager, making itself ready for deployment and shooting.
Well, okay, we just played the first turn. Dark Eldar shot at me a lot, and why don't you tell the story, because I'm just depressed to tell. I really don't want to do. Hold on, and there we go.
Here we go. Well, from this side there was a large loads of splinter rifles and disintegrating balls flying towards the enemy, killing one of the broadsides and 2 of his drones inside this building. Taking a Pathfinder down in this building.
I never liked it.
Then my Mandrakes assaulted and shot at Pathfinders, killing one.
Fireworks.
But they decided they couldn't hold it any longer and charged into their ranks and in return killed 4 of them.
Overwatch.
Yeah. Here's some fire from the Dark Lances at the evil Iron Cannon. Didn't do anything because it was out of range. Then it decided to shoot at the other broadside. Together the crew from both these 2 bastards killed the broadside with splinter rifles again.
I do like it.
Also, this little man helped me out, killing a few Pathfinders. And these made a lot of shots at that evil one. Didn't take it down. And the Incubi tried to charge the recruit, and they didn't do anything because I was so stupid enough to destroy 3 recruits with splinter rifles. So they didn't get the charge. Yeah.
It was almost out of range, and then I shot another at Overwatch and he had to roll 13 at that point.
So impossible.
Impossible.
So this was round 1 for the Dark Eldar, so I'm going to the Tau.
Oh, okay. The first Tau turn. A storm of fire for revenge for the fallen broadside. Number 1 and number 2, they had no specific names. They were born as number 1 and number 2. Okay, well, over here, well, you know what? I expected slightly more from my turn. It's like all kinds of vehicles, like, blimped on with 1 hull point. But I got enough down for it to be worth it. So these units over here and him over there, he jumped a little forward. Destroyed the Raider there. There's 1 hull point left on that Raider and it's shaken and stunned. Yep. The Ravager is destroyed, courtesy by Long Strike. These guys are pinned because they're pussies. There's nothing wrong with that one, which is a problem. He's still alive, I couldn't be bothered. There's a bloodstain over here. Used to be Incubi. That thing is still alive. That one's destroyed, and the unit's also pinned because they're also pussies. And that is essentially it. But it's still, it's still 3 vehicles. Okay, well, on to the next turn. when the Dark Eldar will be destroyed.
So for the second Dark Eldar turn, he again tried to fire at the tank, hit it this time, but didn't get through. Venom, and this Venom fired at the Tau Fire Warriors, killing some in a ravaging blow of splinter rifles. Yeah. What's this? No Pathfinders anymore. Blown a piece by the guys on the floor, and this Venom. Also here, the Mandrake, the single one, fired 2 of his nasty bolts at the Pathfinder standing here, killing them both in an agony bolt of freezing death.
I will have my vengeance.
This one fired a snapshot at the tank. Nothing happened here. And these guys decided to get the hell out of the vehicle and run like hell to the objective. And that was that for turn 2.
Okay, Tau movement phase. Yes, we call it a movement phase, not a farce of a movement phase. Okay, Lonely Boy over here, he jumped from there to there. Yes, my movement phase is very, very exciting. These guys, they jump from there to there. Yeah, I know. He didn't move, and the drones detached. This is really the most exciting corner of the entire field. You wouldn't have seen it coming. Everybody here is dead, so nobody's moving. Except these guys, they jump from there over there. Yes, exciting, I know. So they can fire at, the thing over there, the thing over there, the thing over there. He, nudged slightly sideways. He went forward, and oh my god, what is this? It's the Melta Squad. Okay, theme song. Okay, whoever is editing this video, there needs to be some kind of superhero theme song in here. We call it the Melta Squad because out of the 7 Meltas they have, they always hit at least 1. Yay! They're so intense. Ooh. But at least this time, I usually only use Farsight and the Melta Boys. And now I have another commander. What's his name again? Oh yeah, Mr. Work in Progress. We call him the Paintless because he's not entirely painted yet.
It shall not be done.
It shall not be done. But at least these 2 guys can fight. Well, they're okay. But these 2 can fight, so when they inevitably fail with all their shots, they can at least fight this horde of Dark Eldar warriors. Well, that was the movement phase. Wow, okay. I think it's the second Tau shooting phase. And it's the shooting phase of doom. Yes, that's the exact appropriate sound. Well, okay, we fired in a firestorm of fire and pulse rounds. This little thingy is destroyed. I think barely, but you know how it goes. 2 hull points, armor 10, close.
Pieces.
Yes, well, their mighty chariots went down in flames and exploded. And they're just standing there in the middle of the street. Against they're fairly depleted, but anyway, we can still fire at them, hopefully. The thing over there lost a hull point, and it's shaken. And it's done, it's both anyway. They're still standing there. He lost a wound to the sniper recruit. And here's where the real slaughter took place. There's a big stain over there, which was caused by this long strike inside his ion cannon. Yes, I'm not going to refer to it as a hammerhead for the remaining turns. It is just an ion cannon. Their thing exploded. I think it was the Fire Warriors who did it. Yeah, the Fire Warriors. They blew up the Venom. A couple guys died in the explosion. And Lonely Boy over here, Lonely Hearts, Lonely Boy, melted, I don't know, one of the 2. He melted another. He's molten one. And the unit, the Melta Squad, who's courageously, in the most Tau-like fashion, hiding in the building. Underneath the Pathfinder, nobody cares for. And they did pretty much everything they were supposed to do. Oh no, I think they blew up the actually it was the Melta Squad because the fireworks can't do anything right. It was the Melta Squad who shot from a distance. It was actually the Paintless one. The Paintless one with this really long range Melta who shot it in the air and boom, it said boom. And then it was a Raider, I think it was a Raider. Yeah. Well, there used to be a Raider here, now it's just scattered debris. Well, they're you know, they're shooting there, and I think they blinked up one guy. Yeah, that's the joy of having a unit, a melter squad, with low target locks. I can just fire pretty much anything I like. And essentially, that is my shooting phase, and I've already done my jumps, so that's my turn. And let's see if I have some points. I might have some points. Yes. We totally forgot. This game is about points. Okay, objective marker 4. Let's see if I have objective marker 4. And I do. Yes, I do. Yay, Colonel Badass has it. Okay. Objective marker 5. That's the Pathfinder nobody cares about. I also have it because the Melter Squad is, you know, camping underneath. And well, you know, that's everything I have at the moment. You know, the Warlord's still alive. He has first blood because it got first turn, and the most unfashionable and really a treacherous way by rolling higher than me, and I really don't like it. And you know, there's a unit line breaker, but it's only until the end. So, well, okay. I have 2 points, and you have 1. You have first blood. You don't have any.
Nope.
Oh, I haven't filled more.
Yet.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Well, yay! I'm in the lead. Woohoo!
Went wrong.
Okay, this is the Dark Eldar assault phase, and
failed.
Yes, well, yeah, well, there wasn't that much to do. Anyway, these two guys, they wanted to get cheeky with the ion cannon, yeah, with long strikes ion cannon.
Yeah.
And they failed by an inch to make it and hit with their weapons on the back door. You know, by freak of rules, long strikes iron cannon can overwatch. So we're gonna see the dice roll. Okay, the big cannon. You know, the iron cannon on top of the iron cannon. 3 shots, and it hits. Well, it is nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
And then
the missiles.
The smart missile system, which is twin linked, which is way better.
None.
No, but it's twin linked.
Yeah.
So you never know. Yay. 4 6s. I am going to predict 4 6s. I have bystanders all around who are saying 4 6s.
No 6s.
Well, okay, you never trust the bystanders.
So during the combat phase, my pain engine totally kicked the hell out of the crew. We decided to run away.
No.
My engine couldn't catch up to them, so they got away this time. But for now,
This time.
the luck on the other hand is that I got psychological warfare because Edgar failed his leadership test, so it gives me 1 extra victory point.
So you have to rub it in, eh?
So.
Tau, turn 3. The Kroots rallied and they hit themselves somewhere in the building. If I shake the camera, you can't even see them. What a miracle. Okay. The suits and the drones, everything's just, you know, shuffling forward, shuffling backwards. It's the miracle known as the Tau movement phase, where they manage to move a lot without anything seemingly changing. 3 suits over here, they're gonna pelt the thing with missiles and hopefully destroy it. All of this move from there to there. Yes, it's a shocker. But I do have a nice line of sight towards the cluster, the massive cluster of Dark Eldar troops over there. So we might kill stuff. And the last suit, Lonely Boy, he finally arrived, and he scattered from over there
To there.
right across over there, across the last guy. If he had landed on top of him and it was, you know, 1 or 2 inches short, he would have. Yeah, he could have destroyed himself. He crept out of the corner and is hopefully going to destroy those 2, but I'm expecting 1 or 2 to live. Oh yes, and the Melter Squad, 2 of whom died to all of the massive amount of splinter fire. They crept out of their building beneath the Pathfinder nobody cares about, and they are going into close combat in a moment, which is unusual because I'm Tau, and we don't do that. So yeah, we won't call it close combat. We'll call it short range shooting. with blades.
Knife throwing.
Yes, knife throwing, while keeping the knife in one's hands. And doing it with swords instead of knives. Okay, and enough joking around. Let's get to business. The Tau shooting phase is past, and when the smoke cleared, there was nothing. Overwhelming firepower from this handful of units. Destroyed almost all of the last Dark Eldar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's also a recruit Shaper running around somewhere in the building. Maybe, if he has enough time, he can actually run towards the objective. And then maybe there might actually be a card that's actually used for him. Probably not. A lot of fire from here. There's nothing over there anymore. That last guy got vaporized. Twice, I think.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of shots towards the Archon's unit. And after all of those shots, a lot of meltas and stuff, after all those shots, they barely managed to kill the Slith, let alone actually hit the Archon. But now it's the assault phase. And this pesky bugger has a husk blade, and I'm not particularly happy about fighting a guy with weapon skill 7, initiative 7, lots of attacks, and wounding on 2s, I think.
Nope, not anymore.
With a husk blade? What's it? Oh, okay.
Well, strength.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, that actually comforts me. Well, you know, the instant death bar doesn't comfort me. So I'm not sure if I want to throw in... Well, I don't care about Private Farsight, because he sucks.
Issue a challenge.
But you know, Commander Painless, he's, you know, he's grown... I've grown fond of him. I've grown fond of Commander Painless. So... I guess we'll have to see what the distance is. Okay, Dark Elder Minion, measure the distance. It's about 9 inches.
Yeah.
9 inches. Well, we can always try, or we could just jump away, fire a lot of shots in, and then come again and try again next turn. Or you know.
I don't have more attacks if I charge.
Well, you know, it would be kind of funny if I try charging. Should I try charging?
Yeah.
We're gonna do this.
Yes.
We're gonna do this like kind of Dora the Explorer way. Like, listen to the audience. What does the audience say? I'm hearing a lot of no's in there. Well, you know, whatever. I mean, the game is already won. Hashtag boasting. Hashtag boasting. So, I suppose we could try, right? Give me 2 dice. Give me 2 dice. Yes, there are 2 dice. We are going to try. And it's, well, okay, we got to reroll both of them. Yeah, son of a... Nah. And... No!
Gonna make it.
An inch short!
To fire a snapshot at you.
And he's going to fire a snapshot at me.
Nope.
Okay, well, that was exciting, wasn't it? We'll see you again next turn while I count if I might actually have some extra points. I don't think so.
Well, these guys just ran here, claimed objective 3, but luckily I needed it. And here the Archon charged into the town and challenged Farsight to a single-handed combat.
Private Farsight.
And Farsight did not survive because one single hit of the Blade penetrated his armor.
The only hit that actually wounded.
Yeah.
And he failed his 4+ invulnerable save, and that's why I demoted him to Private Farsight.
And he's gone.
He's gone.
Giving me a lot of cards.
Yeah.
And making me standing on 6 points.
I will destroy you. Yes, we're gonna record this. Okay, well, all of my TIE troops are just moving forward as fast as they can, hoping for another turn to snatch objectives and stuff. And here's where it's happening. Because the Archon, he did a challenge this time. And then he failed his blind test from the Black Blade. Commander Painless. He's Commander Painless for a reason. But he failed his blind test from the Fusion Blades, so it's weapon skill 1. And so he didn't hit, let alone wound. And so I might have a chance to actually beat his ass.
And win.
Destroy! Give me dice. 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 Give me my dice. Thank you. Give her dice. Okay, well.
Do it. Easy to do it.
There we go. Okay, the last Mat Squad is gonna hit on 3s now.
Yeah.
Hit both. Wounds. 1. And the guy we're all waiting for. Websco 4. Crooked. All of them hit.
Yep.
Wound on 2s. Strength 8. Fusion Blades. 2. Well, you know, that's disappointing. Okay, let's start with a regular one.
Yep.
Because, you know, it might actually fill his invulnerable save.
No.
Oh, and then 2 other ones.
No.
No, come on.
I know.
No! Oh, well, it's at least, you know.
Yeah.
It's a draw.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna jump and stuff. And then we'll see you in the next turn.
Yeah.
I'm not particularly happy about this.
The Archon has taken his revenge, killing another Tau commander,
In the same fashion as Private Farsight.
being
Again,
turned into a
again.
husk,
Again, the damn shield. Why do we even buy the bloody shields?
and then the other guy ran away, being cut down in his pants by the husk blade, but leaving him standing. So, and that's the end of my turn.
I will now throw a barrage of instant death shots at him. He only has to fill 1, and then he is gone. Gone, because he's the last guy on the table.
Yeah.
So, you know, this is really, literally, last man standing.
Indeed.
Or last elf standing.
So, here we go.
Okay, from the comfort of your screens at home, you may see a small dot there in the middle of the street. Okay, I made a really subtle joke, and my opponent just put up your volume really loud at home, and maybe you'll catch the joke. Anyway, we have the small guy over there in the middle of the street, like our house, and we have pretty much everybody who's able-bodied, standing ready with instant death shots in order to try and destroy him. All we need is, well, to hit him and to wound him, and for him to fail a single 2+ ward save. It's like killing a Terminator who's way more obnoxious. So we'll get back to you in a couple minutes.
Jesus.
Okay, that was kind of an anticlimactic thing.
Yeah.
Long strike in his iron cannon. He shot, he did nothing. And then this unit there shot a barrage of missiles at the speck in the street. And I did a grand total of 8 wounds. And then we wanted to start. we wanted to start all slow motion, like 1 by 1.
Kook one.
And yeah, and then he died on the very first 1 out of 8. And after that, we still, you know, lonely guy, lonely hearts, lonely boy, the 3 suits over there.
Yeah.
We had all kinds of stuff lined up. And then he dies on the second unit. And I believe that is the last thing that was on the table. I mean, there had a couple of wrecks on the table, but that was the last thing.
Yeah.
And I scored a couple of points as well. Let's see. I scored 1 for having objective marker 1,
Yep.
which is somewhere.
Over there?
There it
find
is.
this?
Yes, it's the reconnaissance drone.
Yep.
Nobody cared about it, but there's apparently vital information. And then for objective marker 2, which is Romeo and Juliet, who are still in the middle of a combat zone and who haven't actually moved during the entire game. And objective marker 3, which is... And the drone just died. Anyway, the crude shaper who's hiding over there, trying not to fall asleep. Who's being rescued by the other shaper. Yay. So I got that one. And then there's one for if we discovered each mysterious objective. Technically we were doing the mysterious objective thingy, but we actually forgot about doing. Yeah, we actually forgot throwing them after we did 1 of them. So, but we did discover and hold and capture each individual objective. So essentially the point. My opponent also had it in his pile, so he also would have had a point if he survived. But you know, I got that one. So we're gonna count the points. I mean, obviously it's you know, death, but you never know.
Yeah.
Because as it happens, I think it's turn 5 or turn 4.
Yeah.
You had more points than me. It was like
indeed.
6 against 4 or something.
Yeah.
And now it's
7.
you have first blood.
Yeah.
Slay the warlord.
Yeah. And the rest of the cards.
Slay private warlord.
Yep.
And 5 points from the cards. And I have. Okay, I'm gonna have to count. Hold on. Take the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 3, 3. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Slated Warlord,
Linebreaker.
and Linebreaker 13.
13 against 7.
13 against 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still quite a lot left on the table.
Yeah.
But if I may, thank you. Yes, yes, we're making you very dizzy back at home. Anyway, I play quite a lot of games with this army. Well, not at this point level, but you know, 1500 is pretty similar. Yeah, it's pretty much the same as this. And there's still quite a lot left on the field. But usually I don't suffer as many casualties as these, especially in like the first 2, maybe 3 turns. It was really like unit deleted here, unit deleted there, broadside here, pathfinder there, everything. And in the end, the Melted Squad its members just kept falling because their shields were faulty, because they were made in China. So, you know, this is everything is died. It's actually quite a significant portion of the army, and it wouldn't surprise me if this is like half the points total of the army. But anyway, the Tau won. It may be a costly victory, but they did win a victory. So, yay to all you Tau lovers at home. Well, okay. That was our battle.
Yeah.
White Scar battle report. And I had a lovely time. I hope you do back at home. So, well played.
Indeed. It was a nice battle.
It was a very scary first couple of turns. It was really like, no, my Farsight. They never die. Why? Why did I die?
Because I got like amount of shots.
Yeah, it was really. I don't know. I usually lose one broadside somewhere during games, like, you know, melting the face and dies. Now it's just, oh, choose big stuff. Yeah,
And it's gone.
yeah, it's gone. Well, you know, you've won in the end. No thanks to Private Farsight. Commander Painters did a little bit better, but not good enough. And I think my major victory point player, is. Actually, I'm not entirely sure. What do you think? What were you most afraid of?
Yeah. Suits, man.
Which suits?
Yeah, indeed.
There's 12 suits.
They all did more the same shot, so it's overall the same difficult fight, but took a lot down with me, so can't complain.
I think the most dangerous ones are these because they have like the tank hunter stuff. And the long strike Anakin was actually pretty useful.
This one, yeah.
Because I could just throw stuff, throw the template at people.
From a safe distance.
Yeah, it's well, the better ballistic skill is better.
Yeah.
The Overwatch is handy. Doesn't do anything, but the Overwatch is handy. Tank hunter, really useful. Ballistic 5 is elite bonus. So it is really handy because you could just throw a pipeline at your vehicles and get pretty good results.
Denied a lot of shots.
And oh yeah, I think I was most afraid of. You know, you had a lot of duplicate units. So I think I was most afraid of the raiders with the splinter routes. With all, what was it, 4 of them?
Yeah, all 4.
I was scared of all 4. I mean, the Venoms are just scary in their own, but it's 12 shots, and then you have the things that like 20 shots with rerolls and everything, and it's going crazy. And I'm like, no, I only have 5 Pathfinders. This is too many shots. I can't save all of this. Go to ground and go to no.
So, skill rerolls, poison 4+.
Yeah, it's really scary, especially because you have the first turn.
Yeah.
Really did a number on my army.
Indeed.
So, yes, well, this was our little after chat. We always do this, you know, a little bit tea, a little bit biscuit. And thank you for watching.
Indeed.